Hey everyone, in this video we will go over the Star of Nostos, the newest life skill treasure in BDO. We'll talk about what it does and how to get it. So let's start. So what it actually does. This treasure item lets you teleport to your residence or manor every 30 minutes from any location that you can put your campsite at. It does not share a cooldown with your other characters, and the cooldown also goes down while you're logged out, so it's pretty neat. The only instance you can't use it is during War of the Roses, Node Wars, or Conquest Wars in the relevant servers. To use the Star of Nostos, you have to install it in the campsite by pressing RMB on it. To activate it, press LMB once it is installed, and it will show you the available residences and manors you can teleport to. Okay, once you're there, just take your buffs, use your storage, admire your treasures, furniture, or whatever you want to do there. Once you're done, just get out of the area and you will be teleported back to your campsite. Also, after getting your treasure, you can do a special quest by interacting with the NPC Chief Valentine in Flowing while possessing the treasure. Completing this quest will give you a grey color title with the words "Back Home Again", which look pretty cool. To make it, you need to combine the 6 parts you can get from gathering like so. Each part you craft from a different gathering activity, which requires you to get 1000 PT pieces and simple alchemy it with 100 Essence of Nature for the complete piece. Now let's talk about your options for getting the PT pieces. The obvious one is gathering it yourself, the other is getting it from the subtle market. Currently, at the time of recording this video, the materials are not available on the subtle market, so you will have to pre-order them, and it may take a while to get all of it. That being said, you can still get 1000 PT pieces in the meantime. It will just take a while before you can fully complete the treasure, since some materials are still very hard to buy from the market, at least for now. As you can see, most of them are being sold frequently despite having a lot of pre-orders, but some have very low supply. I'm mainly talking about the PT pieces from lumbering and tanning. Since those two activities are not very popular, it will take much longer to finish the treasure from those pre-orders alone, at least for now. So I would recommend pre-ordering all the PT pieces and gathering them yourself in the meantime, starting with the ones that are harder to get from the market first. That way you will still get some from your pre-orders while gathering them yourself. You can always adjust this order later depending on the market supply. If you want to gather everything yourself without relying on the central market, this is the order I would personally recommend based on my experience, mine being the fastest, while the whole gathering is the slowest. Now, this is where I gathered my treasure parts. Everything was done with 3000 mastery and all the gathering drop rate buffs I could get my hands on. In a bit I will show you the actual locations, but first let's talk about what buffs I was using. You want to get as much mastery as possible, up to 3000, so use any mastery buffs you have. This also includes the Land of Morning Light buffs, if they are available. Excluding the usual tent buff, Karma Blessing and energy potions, you may also want to use these if you plan on doing longer gathering sessions, since they help a lot with maintaining energy recovery over time. Other type of buffs you want to use is for increasing gathering item drop rate. You can increase it with these items, including Kansart. You may also have event items that increase the gathering drop rate, so make sure to use those as well. You can also use Thick Pipe for more gathering item drop rate, but personally I prefer using a Cron Meal instead. Since you want to get as much gathering item drop rate as possible, I would recommend using these artifacts together with this Lightstone set. A few things I want to add before we go over to the gathering locations. Increasing your mastery is very important, since the rare resource drop rate and quantity bonuses also apply to the PT pieces. Similarly, the gathering skill effect from pets like the hedgehog also affect the PT piece drops. They are also affected by the gathering minigame, and when they drop from 1, the quantity is multiplied by 10, just like other materials. Now let me show you where I gathered my treasure parts. You do not really need a strict rotation for most of those spots, just make your own and try to gather consistently without waiting for the resources to respawn. For my mining piece, I gathered Rusalka Coral. You can also go to Pilgrim Heaven, but this area is more profitable and gives similar PT drops per hour. For the lumbering piece, I gathered here, but any place with a lot of trees will work, so you can just pick another area if you want. The whole gathering piece I got it there, the usual area people go for herb gathering. You can also get it in other areas, but this one has worked the best for me so far. For the butchering piece, I went here at the ship mountain. You can also gather it in other locations where you normally gather meat, like wolves. You can also get your fluid collection and tanning piece here, but I prefer doing those somewhere else. For the tanning and fluid collection pieces, I gathered lizards here. If you do not care too much about profits, then for the tanning piece, you can also gather in other areas as well. You can even go to the Griffin's area near Old Wisdom Tree, where people gather for the mana potion piece. Similarly, for the fluid collection piece, you can gather blood in other areas or gather sap from trees instead. It really is up to you. I just decided to do both of them here, since this location allows both gathering types. That is all for this guide. If you have any questions or comments about it, leave them below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.